selected market areas. So let's begin first with the drinks. Cuba Libre is the most served cocktail drink in the world, but it's also one of the most simple type of drink. It is just Bicardi and Coke. It is not Bicardi and Pepsi. It is not Bicardi and RC. It is just Bicardi and Coke, the way it's registered as an official Bicardi drink. But its name, Cuba Libre, in Spanish terms means free Cuba. This name was acquired after the Hispanic-American War, when a group of U.S. soldiers got together in a local bar in Havana and began mixing their favorite refreshment, Coke, to the rum of that moment, Bicardi Gold. But after a few hours of celebrating, let's say, the higher-ranking officer, he stood up and raised his glass up in the air and he toasted. Toasted, but he said it in Spanish. He said, "Larga vida por un Cuba Libre," which meant long life for a free Cuba. And from there on, everybody recognized Bicardi and Coke as Cuba Libre itself. But then again, our Cuban friends now refer to this as La Mentirita, the little lie. But that's a whole different story. That will be an ounce and a half of Bicardi Gold. Just fill up the tall glass up to the top with ice and Coke, and the little wedge of lime, it's for those who like to squeeze the limes into their Cuba Libre drinks. Amigo, tu teléfono. Hey. Adios. Yeah. Daiquiris. We all go to many bars and clubs. They do serve us all these nice frozen daiquiris. Peach, mango, strawberries, banana, you name them, they'll make them. But the original daiquiri was not frozen. Strictly lime juice, sugar, with Bicardi light rum. But its name, daiquiri, it came from these mines. You see, they were called the daiquiri mines. In the southeastern part of Cuba, an American engineer named John Cox, who worked in those mines, what would he do after work? Well, he'll mix his Bicardi light rum to some lime juice and sugar and give it to his friends and co-workers who later will go to different bars and have all these bartenders recreate the same little drink for them. Until one day, one bartender did stop them and asked them for the name of the drink. They had none, so he asked where they were from. They said they worked at the daiquiri mines. So the bartender suggested that whenever they returned back to his bar and they want that same little drink prepared, they should order it by just saying daiquiri. And from there, he would know what to mix. But it's a very simple drink. At home, you get yourselves a nice little 7-ounce cocktail glass. First thing that you do, you fill this up with ice. In your shaker, your mixers, you also put a bit of ice in it, but with 1.5 ounces of Bicardi light rum, 1.5 ounces of freshly squeezed lime juice, and 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar. Then you shake this, shake it well, so the sugar and the ice will begin to dissolve into the lime juice and rum to give us a nice little lemonade effect. Then we're going to screen the used ice and pour the whole entire liquid into the cocktail glass, and you will have yourselves a nice little homemade lime daiquiri. And it's just that simple. Mojito, that famous Cuban drink, consists of spearmint leaves, lime juice, sugar, Bicardi light rum and club soda. It is actually the oldest cocktail drink ever created with Bicardi. The drink itself dates back as far back as when the company itself was established in 1862. Before that, they made sort of the same type of drink, but they used a very strong flavored rum in those times. So strong it was that the drink itself even carried a pirate name to it. But after the company was established, it came out with a light, clearer, a better tasting rum. They did the same mix, but later, and I do mean decades later, they renamed it Mojito. Now this is the way you folks will make this at home. You get yourself a nice 10-ounce but thick glass. In it first, you put in about 10 or 12 spearmint leaves with 1.5 ounces of Bicardi light rum. Your next step, you will first mash the leaves down into the rum so the essence and flavors of the spearmint gives the rum a mint taste. Then you add your lime juice to it, preferably freshly squeezed, about 1 ounce or 1.5 ounces. 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar. Stir all that up together, then fill it up to the top with ice, club soda, and stir again. That will be your mojito mix made at home. You can log on to our website, Bicardi.com. Check out those recipes with many more, which include our 8 flavored rums that have just come out. Now, Bicardi Superior, the light rum, is the most sold premium rum in the world. but it's also known as the most mixable one because it's the rum with the least amount of aftertaste in it, so it's going to help us to really enjoy more of the flavors that are inside our cocktail drinks. 2-year-age rum, best suited for sodas like your Pauline Coke, Sprite, Ginger Ale, 7-Up, Pepsi's, or diet sodas. But for the more serious Bicardi drinkers, those who really like to sip on our rums, Bicardi has created 2 special type of reserves for us. We got the 8 years, 8 años, also sold in the States, Canada, Europe, Australia, and part of South America. That 8-year-age rum tonics will give us a light, bourbon-like flavor to it at first, but bit on that sweet side because it is rum, which makes it very, but very mixable. Reserva limitada, limited reserve, it is a blend of 10, 16 years age rums for an average of 12, 14 years. It is now available for you in some very few local stores and very few selected duty-free shops. In its first 6 years of production, this rum was only sold in our gift shop. In fact, there was even once a hand-bottled rum. Yes, Bicardi in Puerto Rico, they did fill that up by hand, weighted, sealed, and word cork, and each bottle is actually numbered on the back as it comes out of production. From there to our gift shop for folks like yourselves right now who have just taken time out of your lives today to come here to see what this company is all about. And how do you bring it to rum? Simply on its own. In a nice little brandy or cognac glass, without any ice, without any water, swirl it around a bit, put your nose to it, capture the sweet and rich aroma that comes out of that rum, plus enjoy the complex flavor of a 12-year-old rum after its making. It is now available for you in some very few local stores and very few selected duty-free shops, and pretty soon to a liquor store near you. Are we clear? Mr. Thomas has been